I'm going live in portrait mode. All right, we'll give a couple of minutes for everybody to tune in here while I'm getting my lighting right. See, people don't expect me to go live on a Monday morning, but I'm doing it. All right, we got a couple people tuning in. Up, Sun Chaser and Henry. Good morning to you guys too. He asks, "What WTF am I doing?" Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I've got a good cell signal and I'm backed up to a dot and I've got a little time and I'm feeling a little sluggish. I started driving about 10 o'clock last night. I got a little over 2 hours of clock left before I'm shutting down. David, what's going on, brother? Hey, how is that Trucker Jim theme song going, David? I can't wait to hear it. Howdy to you too, Curse. John Crawford, good morning. So, how's everybody's weekend? While y'all are answering that question, I'll tell you about mine, which I recorded some video of it. I don't know if I'm gonna end up putting it together or not because it's kind of spotty. And I've got some drone footage of my mama's place that I'm gonna edit later. And then me and Misty had made this video a couple weeks ago about that damn cooktop thing that I ended up taking back. That I'm wanting to put it together. So, that don't, working on those things don't leave a whole lot of time for trucking journey. So I said, I'll go live on Monday and check in with you guys. Mike's out in California. Well, I'm glad your weekend was good. I ended up buying me a cooler. Now, I am in no way promoting underage drinking, but I ain't underage, right? So it's all right. And it's kind of like this with me. I like beer, but I love cold beer. That's what they used to call it back home, cold beer. And I was wanting to get me a cooler, and I decided when I said, well, dadgummit, I want to get me a cooler. I wasn't getting some styrofoam or whatever that crap is, at the gas station sale. And I didn't even want to give Walmart a chance to earn my business on a cooler. I wanted a cool ass cooler. So me and Misty, we went to Academy Sports. Now they got Yeti coolers there, but I didn't really want to spend $300 on a cool ass cooler. But I found an Igloo, and I ain't got it with me right now. But it's one of those that supposed to keep it cold and icy for 4 days. And I also ended up getting one of the, and I got a Yeti on this thing, the thing that you actually put your canned drink in, and the little top comes, and it's crazy, guys. Like, is it pretty universal that you really? Hey, thanks a lot, Nathan, for the $5 super chat. If I will read your message when this pops up. It says, "Morning, Jim, soldier from Zello." All right, I'm out today on the road. I'm out today on my road week at CDL school, 11 every minute. Awesome. Enjoy it, man. There's probably like three or four of you riding around in the truck. All right, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. But like most of us, we don't really like the last sip of beer, and we might, pour it out or just crunch it up, throw it away. But with this thing, I swear to you, fellas, the last sip of beer was really, really cold. And well, I hung out with Misty. Well, no, I didn't. I hung out with her Friday during the day, then my son, and then went to my cousins to the pool. And I tell you, when those beers are cold, I mean cold, they go down really easy. So I was enjoying that. Me and Chase did a little camping out in the woods too. Hotter than it was hot. It was actually miserable down there in the wood with it just being hot, and then a blazing hot fire on top of that. Thank God we had cold beer and bugs crawling over all on us. So when it was time to actually go to sleep, I was like, man, let's go back up to the house, get an air condition. We've had enough of this woods. I think the woods are better in the winter or fall than in the summer because it was hot. But let me catch up on these comments. There's a lot of you saying good morning. There's Mike in California. Man, I just missed you. I hear you met my husband a few ago. Ah, was that your husband at the tire place in Spring Hill? Well, that's pretty cool. I don't well, he knew my name, but I don't think he told me his name. Cool guy though. Um, Henry says Yeti cooler is the best ever. Yeah, they got some kind of tag on it. It says something and then the last cooler you'll ever need. All right. Curtis says hello. There's David. Okay, and Jeremiah Martinez from Cleveland, Ohio. So the Cavs got swept in the finals. I think I caught a little bit of one game and I didn't watch any of it else. I don't know. I was kind of doing my protest of ABC. So I hadn't been watching anything on ABC. Now if my Gamecocks are on ABC, I'll just have to say to hell with my protest and watch. But I don't know. I can't really recall the Gamecocks playing on ABC before. All right, but I am at Comfort Research. Where the heck are we at? It wasn't very far. Lewisburg, Tennessee. This is going to Rock Hill, South Carolina, which is, I don't know, it's something like 400 miles away. I ain't gonna make it today. 416 paid miles anyway. All right, so we got 38 of you on here. I'm sorry I don't have a an agenda. I was just kind of going live to say what's up with you guys. I don't know. Anybody got any questions about anything? But wait till you see the drone footage I got of my mom's. I've been practicing. I've been like preparing myself because any of you guys has been, yeah, I am driving solo. But Friday, I did have this guy leave me a voicemail saying he was going to be my next trainee. I was like, oh, all right. Well, I didn't have no other trainer or nobody from safety or nobody from recruiting call and, tell me that information, which that's normally the way it works. And I told him, okay, well, I'm going to be leaving out Sunday night. I'll call you Friday. I mean, Saturday. And well, when I talked to him, well, here was the challenging part of it. He's from Charleston. That's like a couple hundred miles away from Greer. And I was already tired from, having the weekend that I had and then, it's starting out. So I was going to go back to the truck and, try to get about 3 hours of sleep or so I could, drive safely and make it through the night. But, and when you're training somebody, generally they do the majority of the driving. And I don't know, I just didn't have a good feeling about this dude that's probably been up all day as well, driving 200 miles in his car to get in my truck and, drive 300 plus miles, through the night before it was going to be daylight. And come to find out after talking with him a little more, like Jeff Wolf or Taylor from recruiting or none of that crowd gave him my number. He was set up with some other trainer, and I don't know, this trainer, I don't know, maybe had something going on or didn't like him or whatever, and gave him my number. I guess told him to call me. None of it was making total sense. So I made the executive decision. You just stay where you at and talk to recruiting Monday, and maybe they can either get somebody in Charleston for you, or if they really want me to train you, they can route me down there and I'll come pick you up. Because here's the thing, most of the time, guys get their trucks in Greer. So if he drove his car up, I don't know if he'd want to drive 200 miles and then 200 miles, during a 34-hour reset. Probably not. But GMP would, put him up in a hotel like they did Demetrius. But when he would get his truck, he would have his car 200 miles from his house. So that just didn't seem like a good laid out plan. You know what I mean? So I passed on training his ass. But like I said, if they route me down there to pick him up, I'll be happy too. But it's kind of cool being solo. I tell you what's not cool. Well, it's cool now. My refrigerator up there. When I got back in the truck yesterday, which I always leave my APU going, air blowing. So when I get back in the truck, it's cool. Or, if it's wintertime, it's warm. And well, this is on standby right now, right? And if I want to turn it on, that's all I got to do. Those light up, and here in a matter of uh, another minute or so, there we go. Now it starts blowing. Well, when I leave it, I keep it blowing. I don't have it on high or anything, but there was a little yellow triangle here when I came in. APU was running. The engine part of it was running out there, but it wasn't blowing in here, and it was hot. And then that little light right there on my power strip, I always look for that when I get in the truck because that's what my refrigerator's plugged into. It wasn't on, so I already knew what had happened, but I was praying it hadn't happened too long ago. But hell, I think it happened Friday night because my freezer was warm. So I threw out like three grocery bags, Walmart bags that size of food. I'm talking chicken, Ben and Jerry's ice cream, freaking wild pig sausage, eggs, boiled eggs, bags of cheese, freaking butter, coffee creamer, yogurt, all kind of good. Probably $80 worth of food, off the top of my head. Had to just throw it out because, I wasn't going to eat it after been sitting up there for a couple of days. So on my 30-minute break, I got some more stuff. And you guys know I got a little hot pan so I can cook up some stuff, right? Well, this is one of the things I got. Cooking burgers in the truck. I did not get bread. I'll be doing like a hamburger steak type thing. I got me another buffalo chicken pizza. I got this salad here, which is going to be good. This is like an avocado ranch dressing. There's steak and crunchy things, all kind of good stuff. Got some eggs. Brought some squash and zucchini from my mom's garden and some cucumbers. Got some fresh blueberries. Got some more cheese. I still hadn't did started doing this whole keto coffee thing, guys. I go with the hazelnut, and then excuse me, up in the freezer here, I got some. Look what I found. This is the good one here, Chubby Hubby, and got some salmon, and then got some chicken breasts. So it is my intention not to buy any meals in a restaurant unless I'm near a restaurant and they've got something I really want to have. Then I will. But there ain't gonna be no McDonald's, no Subway, ain't gonna be no Wendy's, ain't gonna be no Arby's. I'm tired of that shit. And I know some of you guys may not be tired of it yet and think that's just good eating. I don't. But I do have good eating in the truck. But let me catch up on some of these comments. Okay, there's the Cleveland, Ohio guy. We got Tito in Savannah. Yeah, Tommy, I answered your question. I am going solo. You have a good week too, Henry. Um, I don't know, but I'm going to take another vacation in a couple of weeks, so I might not have one for a while. I'm getting my kids again June 23rd for a week. We ain't going to do all mountain vacation. We ain't even going to do beach vacation. We are going to go to Carowinds for a day or two, and I've got a doctor's appointment that week. Um, I'm having to get a penis reduction, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just getting, my annual physical. Um, and probably just kind of, and she's got a little surgery, a couple of days before that. And, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I hadn't planned it all out. I know we're going to Carowinds, though. I know I got a doctor's appointment. Um, okay, so Ryan Taylor is asking any advice for a new driver going into training. CDL school is over for me soon. Well, you get out of it what you put into it, truck driver. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, there's gonna be some frustrating moments, and there's so many things one could decide to get frustrated over or allow things to frustrate you, whether it's your poor performance. That was one of the things that frustrated me because I sucked at backing. Like there was a time period, I had a CDL in my wallet, but I was not a good backer at that time. Would just I don't know, just didn't see the lines yet. And a big thing is like oversteering and things like that, or would just be crooked as shit. But you just got to keep doing it and not let those things frustrate you. Another thing that can frustrate you is the other person you're in the truck with. First couple days, it's kind of still a honeymoon kind of thing. You're getting to know each other. But as the days and the weeks go on, there's a lot of things that can annoy you about someone else, especially if they're driving and you're trying to sleep. You think like they're aiming for bumps. The biggest advice I can give is just try to keep your attitude good. And be there to learn. And instead of things frustrating you, allow them to be teachable moments instead, so you perform better in those situations and just start developing your awareness and have fun with it. Hopefully, you're only going to be in training once. Um, I had an alligator pool boy sausage. Is that you, Eric? I don't even know what alligator pool boy sausage means. Rick from Central Texas, come on down for some great barbecue and beer. Man, those are a couple of my favorite things right there, Rick. Hey, we got Matthew Sadler starting CDL school on a Saturday, June 23rd. That's unusual. A man back, amen, backing was a pain. It gets easier though. Well, I say that, but my ass had to do like 3 or 4 pull-ups where I'm at right now. Let me show you this, guys. Now, if stuff is straight, like if it's straight and there's straight lines, shit, guys, I need to send the drone up and like set a couple camera angles because I'm gonna pop it in there, like without a pull up. But when you start having elevation, like you see that like elevation change there, and then it continues up there, and the fence. I mean, that's not really in the way. You've got plenty of room. But when there's elevation changes like that, and there's no freaking lines to guide your tires back on, that definitely makes it more challenging. Obviously, it can be done because every truck that these people load, it's dealing with the same circumstances as I did. But luckily for me, there wasn't. Well, actually, it's usually easier if there is a couple of other trucks, because then you got like a point of reference and something to go by. When there's so much open space, that's when it's hardest for me to pop it in there quickly. Anyway, all right, Tim is going for his permit tomorrow. Hey, Sugar Shine, Michael Wolf. Hey man, Buttermilk in the house. All right, Buttermilk. Hey, Buttermilk, did you get some new subscribers after we had met and I had to jerry rig a mirror? Hey, but guys, if you want another YouTuber to watch, Buttermilk One. He just left a comment here. He's got a channel. Oops, sorry, Jim. I meant to say the 25th. That's all right, Matt. Ron Taylor, thank you for the reply and for the other guys starting Saturday. Definitely pay attention. Working all week and going to training all weekend will drain you fast. Yeah, that'll break you in quick. Yes.
All right, dot 15 up here.
Uh huh.
You see these other dots beside that Heartland? There's a door to the right. Go into that door, second door on the right. You'll have your paperwork in there.
So do I back into the door 15 or?
Door on the right, you'll have your paperwork.
All right. Thanks a lot. All right, guys. Well, I got to roll. Thanks for tuning in. I'll try to go live again before the week's out. Y'all be safe out there and keep on trucking.